Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Bachelor Juliana reveals embarrassment. After Grant split, the Bachelor franchise has always been synonymous with whirlwind romances, dreamy rose ceremonies, and the occasional heartbreaking goodbye. For Juliana, a fan favorite from her season, love blossomed quickly when she met Grant under the spotlight of reality television. But as the cameras dimmed and real life set in, they came undone, leaving Juliana to confront not only heartbreak, but also an overwhelming sense of embarrassment, a feeling she never expected after leaving the show with a proposal. Beginning Juliana's journey on The Bachelor captivated millions. With her radiant smile and quiet confidence, she quickly won over both viewers and her fellow contestants. While some seasons are filled with controversy and drama, Juliana's time on the show was marked by genuine vulnerability. When she first met Grant, their chemistry was undeniable. He was the charismatic bachelor, charming with every word, and she was the hopeful romantic searching for a love that could withstand more than just a televised season. Their dates were the kind viewers never forgot, Grant whisking her away on helicopter rides, candlelit dinners on secluded beaches, and tear-filled confessions under the stars. By the finale, fans were nearly certain Grant's final rose would go to Juliana. And it did. He dropped to one knee in the season's emotional climax, presenting her with a glittering diamond ring while promising a future filled with love. For Juliana, it felt like a dream had been written into reality. Cracks in the but reality TV romances often face the harsh test of everyday life. Off-camera, things between Juliana and Grant quickly became complicated. Distance, career pressures, and a constant media spotlight chipped away at the foundation they had tried to build. What once felt effortless now required exhausting work, and even the strongest declarations of love couldn't stop the cracks from spreading. Juliana remained hopeful in the early months, often posting cheerful updates on social media, assuring fans they were making it work. But whispers of tension began to circulate when fans noticed the couple appearing less frequently together. Speculation grew, and eventually, the rumors proved true. The announcement of their split wasn't shocking to longtime franchise followers, but for Juliana, the heartbreak was deeply personal and far more humiliating than she expected. The confession of embarrassment in a recent candid interview, Juliana opened up about the split with raw honesty. "It's not just sadness that I've been dealing with," she admitted. "It's embarrassment. I went on national television. I said yes to forever, and the whole world watched me believe in a love that fell apart." Her voice cracked as she explained the weight of that feeling. When you say yes in front of millions of people, it's not just a private breakup when it ends. It's a public unraveling. Everyone has an opinion, and you feel like you failed in front of the entire world. Fans often forget the human side of reality stars, treating their heartbreaks as mere plot twists in a franchise. But Juliana's openness shed light on the emotional aftermath contestants carry long after the cameras shut off. Life after the split. Following the breakup, Juliana took a step back from the public eye. She confessed to deleting social media apps for several weeks, overwhelmed by the endless stream of comments, some supportive, others judgmental. "There were people saying I should have known better, that I was naive, or that I rushed things," she said. "But no one can prepare you for love, especially when it happens in such an extraordinary way." She leaned heavily on her family during the difficult months. Her sister, whom she described as her rock, encouraged her to reclaim her story instead of letting the breakup define her. Slowly, Juliana began to rebuild her confidence. She enrolled in a photography course, something she had always wanted to explore but never made time for during filming or her whirlwind romance. In sharing pieces of her healing journey online, Juliana discovered a supportive community of women who related to her feelings of embarrassment after failed relationships. "That was the turning point," she said. realizing that embarrassment doesn't mean weakness, it means you cared enough to try. The broader conversation on reality TV Love Juliana's story also reignites an important conversation about the pressures of finding love on television. The franchise has long faced criticism for setting unrealistic expectations, with many couples from The Bachelor and the seasons breaking up shortly after the cameras stop rolling. Juliana acknowledged this in her interview. "I think part of me believed in the magic too much. The dates, the settings, they make you feel like you're invincible. But when the lights go off, and it's just two people trying to merge their lives, that's the real test. I think that's where we couldn't make it work." Yet, despite her heartbreak, she doesn't regret her journey. "I met amazing friends, I learned so much about myself, and even though it ended, I know now that I can love deeply. That's something I'll carry with me forever." Moving forward with Grace, Juliana has since emerged as an advocate for authenticity and mental health, speaking openly about the challenges of navigating public relationships. She's been invited to podcasts and women's panels where she encourages others not to let shame hold them back after a failed relationship. "I used to think embarrassment meant I did something wrong," she explained. "But now I realize embarrassment is just part of being human. It means you put yourself out there. And isn't that better than never trying at all?" Her words have resonated with fans who once cheered for her love story and now admire her strength in moving forward. What's next for Juliana? Though she's not rushing into another romance, Juliana hinted that she hasn't closed the door on love. "I still believe in it. I wouldn't go on a show like The Bachelor if I didn't. But I think next time I'll be slower, more cautious, and it'll be on my terms." Professionally, she's diving deeper into creative projects, with whispers of a possible memoir in the works. "Writing has been healing," she said. "If I can share my story and help one person feel less alone, then all of this, every tear, every embarrassing moment, will have been worth it." A legacy beyond the roses. Juliana's journey reminds us that reality TV stars are more than just characters, and that they are people with real hearts, real struggles, and real resilience. While her romance with Grant may have ended, her story of self-discovery and vulnerability has carved out a new kind of legacy, one that speaks to anyone who has ever loved, lost, and picked themselves back up again. In the end, Juliana's embarrassment may have been the catalyst for her greatest transformation. She went from a woman defined by a rose ceremony to a voice inspiring others to embrace their imperfect journeys. And in that way, perhaps Juliana has found a love story after all, the love she's learning to have for herself.